Most people assume that if you enjoy being alone, something must be wrong with you, that you're antisocial, lonely, or disconnected from the world. But what if the opposite is true? What if your desire for solitude isn't a weakness, but a sign of deeper intelligence? Psychology is starting to reveal something surprising. People who genuinely enjoy being alone often aren't avoiding life, they're engaging with it in a more meaningful way. So if you've ever felt at peace in your own company, this isn't something to fix, it's something to understand. Here are the deeper psychological reasons why intelligent people secretly enjoy being alone. Number 1. They use solitude to think deeply. Psychology shows that time alone creates space for self-reflection and complex thinking. When you're constantly surrounded by noise, conversations, and opinions, your brain is busy reacting. But when you're alone, your mind shifts from reacting to reflecting. Intelligent people naturally crave this mental space. Think about it. When you're alone, you start asking deeper questions. Why did that situation bother me? What do I really want? What actually matters? This kind of thinking doesn't happen in crowded rooms. It happens in quiet moments. So instead of seeing your solitude as isolation, see it as mental clarity. You're not withdrawing, you're processing life on a deeper level. Number 2, they feel more authentic when they're alone. Research indicates that people often feel more themselves when they're alone, experiencing higher levels of authenticity and self-alignment. When you're around others, there's always a subtle pressure to adjust how you speak, how you act, even what you think. But when you're alone, that pressure disappears. You don't have to perform, you don't have to impress, you don't have to filter yourself. And for intelligent people, this is incredibly valuable, because they don't just want to fit in, they want to understand who they truly are. So if you feel like you can finally breathe when you're alone, it's not because you dislike people, it's because you value authenticity. Number 3, they recharge differently. Research shows that solitude can reduce stress, increase calmness, and help people emotionally recharge. Not everyone recharges through social interaction. For some people, especially those who think deeply and feel intensely, too much stimulation becomes overwhelming. Intelligent individuals often process more information, more emotions, more details, and that takes energy. So they step away, not to escape the world, but to recover from it. Imagine your mind like a phone battery. Social interaction drains it, solitude charges it, and there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, it's self-awareness. Number 4, they value freedom and independence. Studies show that solitude is linked to a sense of freedom, the ability to think, act, and choose without external pressure. When you're alone, you're not negotiating your time, your energy, or your decisions with anyone else. You can follow your curiosity, explore your ideas, do what genuinely interests you. And intelligent people tend to value this freedom more than constant social validation. They don't need to be surrounded by others to feel complete, because their inner world is already rich. So if you enjoy doing things alone, watching, learning, creating, it's not loneliness, it's independence. Number 5, they use solitude to grow. Research indicates that when people choose to be alone intentionally, it becomes meaningful and supports personal development. There's a big difference between being alone and choosing to be alone. Intelligent people often choose it because solitude gives them space to improve themselves, to read, to think, to create, to understand their emotions. While others are distracted, they're developing. While others are seeking noise, they're building clarity. And over time, this quiet growth becomes a powerful advantage. So your alone time isn't empty, it's where your growth happens. And finally, number 6, they don't confuse solitude with loneliness. Psychology makes a clear distinction. Loneliness is the pain of being alone, but solitude is the joy of being with yourself. Intelligent people understand this difference. They don't sit alone feeling abandoned. They sit alone feeling complete. They don't need constant distraction to avoid their thoughts. They're curious about them, and that's rare. Because many people are afraid of silence, but those who embrace it often understand themselves in ways no one else does. So if you've ever been told that you're too quiet or too distant, maybe you're not. Maybe you've just discovered something most people haven't. That being alone isn't empty, it's powerful. At the end of the day, enjoying your own company doesn't mean you're disconnected from the world. It means you're connected to yourself. And in a world that constantly demands your attention, that's not a weakness, that's a strength. So if this made you see yourself differently, subscribe for more psychology insights that help you understand your mind and your quiet strengths on a deeper level.